Follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams. Follow your dreams.
You must follow your dreams.
Follow your dreams.
Welcome to What Do You Do? A podcast about life through the perspective of those who have followed their dreams. I'm your host, Mary, taking this journey with you to find out what life's all about. All right, welcome back to another episode, everybody. Today I have a really special guest. It's my brother, Jake Mitzlaff, who has a very interesting job, really interesting story, very unique, and he's a great example of somebody who followed their dreams. So let's hear from him. Jake, how are you?
I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, of course. So Jake's in town. He lives in Idaho. He moved out there a few years ago, but he's in town because he just had a little wedding reception. So that's really fun. How was it, Jake?
It was awesome, super fun.
Yeah, well, very cool. So first things first, I really don't know what to tell people when they ask me what you do for a living. What's a job title that you would maybe give yourself?
Oh, I work in the outfitting industry, and I also work in construction.
Okay, so that outfitting is more of like you following your dreams, and the construction is kind of just something added to help you stay afloat, really, right?
Yeah, more or less. I do carpentry in the off season, and during the hunting season, I guide hunts and I pack in camps with horses and mules and general wilderness excursion
Okay.
trips.
So that's something we should establish. What is outfitting? Because I feel like it's very, very niche. Like a lot of our listeners might not know. Obviously, it has to do with hunting, but like essentially a group will come to you that you'll take them hunting, right?
Yeah, we take people out on excursions, whatever that might be, not just hunting or fishing, but sometimes we just do scenic horseback rides, and we'll do pack support. So if people want to backpack way back into the backcountry or the wilderness, we'll carry a lot of their camps and camp essentials and food for them with their horses and mules, and we'll break down camp and set camp up for them and take them wherever they want, really. We just provide a service taking these people out to see our beautiful country.
Wow.
Out there in the West.
Wow. That's really cool. So you spend a lot of time outside.
Yep.
With nature and animals. I know because I get the pictures of it when you send me cool stuff, but that's really, really interesting. Do you have a specific season that's your favorite to take people hunting or to hunt yourself?
I'm particularly fond of elk and deer hunting. We'll usually start around mid-September, so anywhere from late August through mid to late November. We'll basically be out in the hills taking people out hunting or helping in any way I can at our camps we set up for everybody, cooking, taking care of the stock, and taking care of the clients and trying to find them what they want, whatever that might be. A nice picture, a nice bowl, or a nice fish.
What do you think the majority of your clients come for? Is it hunting or is it more scenic exploration?
A little bit of both, but we mainly take people hunting. We do a lot of elk and deer hunting and a lot of bear hunting and, a lot of mountain lion hunting as well.
What parts of the country do people come from? Like, do you get a big variety?
Yeah, we get people from all over. A lot of people from Pennsylvania, Florida, Ohio, California, pretty much all over the U.S. We have people come in to see what Idaho has to offer.
Wow. So what part of Idaho do you primarily do that? Because I know it's really remote.
Yeah, it's really back there. It's kind of hard to get to. That's where the horses and mules come in handy. And central Idaho is where we're mainly based out of. And I've worked for a couple different outfitters, and mainly in central Idaho.
What's like the closest city to where you guys do all of that?
Oh, it's in between Boise and Idaho Falls.
Okay.
It's there's no real big city near where we're at, which is nice.
Yeah, that's super cool. Do you have any specific people that like you remember taking on like trips that sort of stand out to you, or was there any like really interesting hunts or explorations that you guys did at any point that like comes to mind?
Oh, all of our clients are really great. My boss has been doing this a long time, and he has a lot of repeat clients, and they're all really great people, have been there, done that when it comes to coming in and hunting in a camp with a bunch of people, and really funny, down-to-earth people, salt of the earth. Just really fun to be around, especially in a remote place like the hills.
Yeah, I'm sure, man, there's got to be a lot that goes into surviving out there. Like, even though it's not like, there's lots of developed cities and stuff, it sounds like you guys are really just, like you said, horses and mules. Like, that's crazy. There's got to be a lot to it. You've got to know a lot about survival things and nature and stuff, don't you think?
Yeah, not only do we survive, Mary, we thrive out there in the backcountry. Everything, any modern commodities you can think of, we pack into those remote places on the backs of our lovely horses and mules. And so anywhere from cots with 5-inch thick foam sleeping pads to wood-burning stoves, big 14 by 16 foot wall tents that are really cozy on a cold fall night, and we eat pretty well, steaks and pretty gourmet food.
Dang. Do you have a special mule or horse that like you really like? Like, do you have any bonds with a specific one you want to tell us about?
Oh yeah, I love them all. I don't have any favorites, but there's a couple that I like pretty well. There's this old Mustang who I ride ever so often named Tuffy, and
Aw.
there's this young John mule we just got not that long ago, and he can be a bit of a knucklehead, but trying to get him into shape so he's a good asset to our hunting outfit, and we can use him for a long time. Just needs to be worked a little bit more and shown the way of how we want things done, and
Right.
they don't always cooperate, but for the most part, we have some of the best stock that I've been around
Yeah.
in my 5 years of doing this.
So I bet there's a lot of training that goes into teaching them, right? Or is it more like instinct?
Oh, there's a lot of training when it comes to horses and mules, and I'm no horse or mule trainer, but I try my best to help them through any situation they might find unsettling.
I've heard horses have like each of them has like a really different personality, kind of like dogs. Is that pretty true?
Yeah, absolutely. Some of them walk right up to you when you're out there in the corral and want you to pet them, and they'll say hi to you, and vice versa. And some of them seem like they don't want nothing to do with you till it's time to go to work. Then they usually snap to and
Wow.
are ready to rock and roll.
That is so interesting and really really unique, like I said earlier. So the main gist of my podcast here is to try to explore like different careers of people who have followed their dreams or the stories of people who are following their dreams. So you grew up in Omaha, and I mean you went hunting and fishing and you always loved outdoors and stuff like that, but I guess there was never any outlets quite as in depth as what you're doing now. So what were you doing before you took that leap to go out to Idaho, and what made you take that leap to like finally go out, find what you love, and do it?
Right out of high school, I went right to work and worked for the city of Omaha doing street maintenance, and helped a buddy lay tile for a while, and waterproofed basements and all types of odd and end construction jobs, more or less. And I was about 23 and just doing manual physical labor, which, I don't mind at all, but kind of something just kept bugging me in the back of my mind, saying like there's more to this world than staying in Omaha and working a job you don't necessarily like your whole life. I guess we were on a family vacation actually going out to Colorado when our friend's mom was telling me about her nephew who was a fly fishing guide out there. And we were driving into Denver, and all the mountains so beautiful around there, and it just kind of dawned on me as like, what the hell, why couldn't I do that? Oh no, I couldn't do that. I got, that'd be too much. I don't know anything about being a hunting guide, like never hunted elk, never hunted deer, but it just stuck with me that, that'd be really cool to try. Just kept bugging me for a year and a half or more, and finally through a friend of a friend of a friend got the opportunity to go visit one of these backcountry lodges and learn from some guys that have been doing it their whole lives. And within a day or two I was hooked. I thought, this is the life for me, and I'm never gonna probably do anything else with my life besides this kind of work, because I wanted to be a hunting guide. But once I started working with the mules, which like you said, it's a whole other can of worms as far as experience needed and taking care of them and being safe and for yourself and the animal. And that's one of my favorite parts now of my job is working with the stock. So it all worked out.
Yeah.
Some trial and tribulations
I'm sure.
that are unimportant now, because in the grand scheme of things, it got me to be where I'm at today and in a really good spot now.
Cool. I love how you have like a distinguished moment, kind of like like being in Colorado, surrounded by nature and mountains, and just sort of like knowing deep down like this isn't what I'm meant to do. I think that's pretty true for a lot of people. Like I'm the same way. What's the point of working a job that you don't necessarily love and you're just kind of doing just to do? Because I get it. You should kind of take that leap and try to do what you want. But a lot of my guests on this podcast, we've come up with the question of like, how do you follow your dreams without like failing? Because there's a couple different things I've talked with people about, and one of them was like safety jobs, like ensuring your safety so you don't fall, but also doing something to pursue your dreams. And that's what made me think of you, is because you do those odd jobs all the time just to like, have a house or an apartment and pay for your car and stuff like that, but at the same time, you're living life and doing the things you want to do. So I think that's really cool. Are there any future plans that you want to do for more dreams that you have and more things you want to accomplish?
Oh, for sure. I working on owning some property one day. So you work hard enough and smart enough with your money, you can make anything happen. I was always told growing up, if you want something and you work hard enough at it, you'll be able to do anything you want, and that's how I've been living my life. Yeah, I'd say do your research. If there's something you really want to do, you don't like where you're at, and you always had this, what you might think is a wild dream, I would do your research and start at step one, whatever that may be, whether you want to be a rapper or you want to be a movie star, whatever it might be, you want to do your research. And I wouldn't change how anything happened the way it happened to me, but definitely learned some hard lessons. People will take advantage of you if you let them. If you're, an inexperienced kid from the city and you want to be a cowboy or you want to be this or that, a hunting guide, it really helps to know what kind of people you're going to work for and talk to as many different employers as possible and see what they kind of offer, whether it's movie stars or a ranch or, whatever other wild dreams you might have. Because, some people just might take you under their wing and show you the ropes, and some people might charge you money to show you the ropes, and there's nothing wrong with going to a guide school or, taking some extra classes and getting as educated as you can on the matter before you go to try to find a job. But don't get discouraged too. You're going to fall on your face and you're going to get kicked while you're down there. And I guess it just, falls on the person on how bad you want something. There's many times, especially when I first started out, I could have tucked my tail between my legs and ran back to Omaha. Say that didn't work.
Yeah.
But I was so in love with what I was doing, and no matter what was going on around me, I knew it was what I wanted. And
It was your passion.
yeah, and when you get these opportunities and you work at a place you might not, love, but it's in the same industry that you want to be in, you never know how many doors will get opened from that opportunity that you're not in love with, but it'll definitely open doors to different paths.
Yeah, like use your resources. People, like you said, family friend told you about her nephew or whatever you said, and he was doing that, so you sort of...
Yeah, that gave me the idea of, well, I don't want to be a fly fishing guide. I would like to guide some fishing trips, and them guys might fly fish, but I'd more so want to be involved with the hunting outfit side of things. But they're all intertwined, and I guess I can only speak from what I do personally. But as far as opportunities go, there's a lot of different outfitters, a lot of different ranches. If anything's possible, if you just really just get to work, just figure it out.
Right. Yeah. So you sort of already answered this. So Jake, you've been through it. You've kind of followed your dreams and taken that leap. What advice or what knowledge would you share with anybody else who's trying to do that, who's trying to follow their dreams?
Just stick with it and figure it out. You might go chase a dream and find out it's not at all what you wanted, or if it doesn't work out the first time, but you still know deep down that it's something you want to do, just keep chipping away at it. One day an opportunity will arise, and it'll be, before you know it, it'll be 5 years from the day you started, and you're right where you want to be, and still progressing forward, always trying to get better. You never know everything. Someone tells you they know everything, it's the exact opposite. They don't know anything. So never quit learning, never quit working. No one's going to hand you anything in life for free.
You're actually coming up on like exactly 5 years, because didn't you go out there in April?
Yep.
What was the date that you went out?
April 19th, I moved to Idaho and immediately started working on bear hunts and learning about the mules and such, and come a long way since that day.
Yeah, no kidding.
And it's been a hell of a ride, and I wouldn't change it for anything.
Wow. Cool. Well, Jake, thank you so much for joining us today, for sharing your story and all your wisdom. Do you have any social media or anything? I doubt you do, because you're sort of out there living life. Do you have any like social media that you would want people to know about? Or no?
Oh, I have all the social medias. I don't always check them when I'm in the backcountry because I don't have service back there, but yeah, I have Instagram and TikTok and Facebook. And
out of all of those, you post quite a bit on your TikTok about.
I haven't in a long time, but
okay.
I have some TikToks out there, and I have an Instagram. I need to make some more posts. I've just been working a lot, and I still take a lot of pictures and record a lot of the cool things we do. I just haven't been really good about posting them lately. But
what's the name of your TikTok?
oh, it's Jake Mitzlaff, Mule Hobo.
Perfect. I just want to give our viewers an opportunity if they are super interested in what you do to check it out. But thank you so much for joining. I hope you had a blast, and it was really awesome talking to you. So thank you.
Thanks, Mary.
Today, you heard a story from someone who's making their dreams come true, but tomorrow, that story could be yours. Thanks for tuning in today to What Do You Do? And remember to always dream big.